My name's George. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and I struggled with alcohol for many, many years. By God's grace, I've been sober over 20 years. Tonight I want to talk about being stubborn. When we want to do our will, we're stubborn. We want to do what we want to do, when we want to do it. We don't care who we hurt, how much pain we cause, as long as we do what we want to do. That's the problem that I had with alcohol. I wanted to drink as much as I could. I got to the point where that's all I wanted to do is drink. In 1989, I went to a treatment center, and I was in there for a month, and I thought, I got all this thing that I was taught, and I said, well, I have all the tools I need to stay sober. And my intentions were just that. But I came out and I didn't do what I was told to do. I didn't follow my aftercare plan. So I relapsed after 11 days. I picked up a drink and I started drinking. And I drank for another 3 years. Things got really, really bad in my life. Where, that's all I wanted to drink. I didn't want to work. I just wanted to drink. So I got to the point where, I thought, it's I got to give it up. So I went to a second treatment center, and I had not turned my will over to God. I had not turned my will over to Jesus Christ. And even though I'm a believer, I still wanted to have my will. I was stubborn. I had to do what I wanted to do, and there was no other way that I was going to change. So the second treatment center that I went to, I came out and I said, I'm ready. I can do this now. Well, lo and behold, I came out and I stayed sober for 2 days. For another 6 months, it got really, really extremely bad. I started drinking every day, just out of control. And it got so bad that one day that I was drinking, probably middle of the afternoon, I was on the way home, and I must have blacked out while I was driving, so I hit a bridge, and I totaled my truck. I flew out the passenger window. I cut my right ear off. I broke my back. And, I went to the hospital and all this. And I went home and I had like 60 stitches on my ear to put it back. And 2 days after that, I wanted to go out and drink again. I hadn't got the message. So I said, this is really serious. So I went back into detox, and I came out when I was in the hospital, went to the chapel, and I started praying, God, let me get rid of this addiction. I don't want to drink anymore. I'm tired. I've caused so much pain. I've caused so much pain for my wife, for my kids, and everybody that came in contact with me. So I was in this chapel, and I prayed to God to please take this addiction from me. So I started, at that point, I picked up a little pamphlet called Our Daily Bread. A lot of people here probably know what that is. And I've read that religiously every single day since then. And my life has really, really changed. The first couple of years, it's kind of hard because, I didn't know anything else but drinking. And I finally turned it all over to God. Even though I was a believer, my walk with Jesus Christ was not a good relationship like it is today. And that is what I needed, was my relationship with Jesus Christ. And the more I gave to him, I didn't know what to turn over. I didn't know what to let go. Somebody suggested to me, just think of your recovery as a piece of pie and cut it up in a bunch of pieces. You just turn over one piece at a time. So that's the way you can do with your addiction. You can just turn over one part at a time and just work on one part at a time. And in that way, each part you turn over, you get that much closer to turning the whole pie over. So my walk with Jesus Christ has gotten a lot better the last 7 years of my recovery because I've gotten into a program called Celebrate Recovery, which is a Christ-centered program. And, several of us here have been through it. We do a step study a few times, and we get out and we, talk about our recovery to other people. It's just by getting up and sharing what happened to you, you don't know who you're going to touch in the crowd. Because, we all know, a lot of us know, I know, and I feel in my heart that Christ put a divine seed in each and every one of us. And whatever you say, he can use that divine seed within you to reach somebody else, whoever it might be. You just never know who's going to benefit from what you say. So, thanks for letting me share.